We should.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, October 22nd. It is 7:30 a.m. PST, the time that the show starts.
Yay.
Shows are Mondays and Wednesdays, and this is Packaging Today Show, where we talk about the latest in packaging news, answer your packaging questions, and you might hear a stupid joke every once in a while. Do me a favor. Go check out this stupid link that Adam sent, because we're trying to see who can. He posted in the comments on YouTube. If you use it, he'll make $10 and then he can retire.
You guys, StreamYard is really expensive. It's not cheap to have your own StreamYard. Get your company to sign up for one though, and then you should just make all the webinars spam webinar people to death on StreamYard.
That sounds like a great idea.
That's what I would do.
All right, man. So let's do this. First, we've got. Why am I sharing the screen right now?
I don't know.
Everything just like jumped up here on screen. Somebody posted a comment and not to mess it all up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. All right, man. So what are we doing? We got Corey, the Caveman Connors, coming at you live from
the Great Northwest.
That's right. Is it really
West.
Great though?
It's Pacific, at least.
It's pretty specific. The Northwest.
It's also Pacific.
Oh, gotcha.
Get it? It's a shirt thing. Hilarious.
Wait, Corey, do you have your "Make the Northwest Great Again"? No,
I don't. Is that a shirt, or did they make hats for that?
That'd be a great, just like the color of your green hoodie.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
Thank you.
For once.
How are you, Corey?
Life is good, man. Been traveling a lot. Been to Boston and Chicago and Anaheim. All the big cities.
That's right, all the big ones. Then we've got our buddy Adam, the Pale Man Peak, coming at you live from Utah.
All right, hang on. Let me go ahead and make this. There we go.
Official.
Dude, you are glowing. You are so pale. Like you live in an igloo.
My name is Adam Powderman Peak. And it was a pretty good movie, I thought.
It's a good look for you.
I enjoyed that movie.
I was like, after my Kindergarten Cop performance. Funny story.
Have you guys
when you grew up in Maui?
Have you seen Corey in Kindergarten Cop yet? Like, you guys have got to go watch it, and you will catch Corey. I think you're like in flip flops, and I
have a Cubs hat on.
Yeah,
that's right.
So my daughter last night played her last volleyball game, sophomore and JV volleyball game. She's a freshman at West Jordan High School, who won their region. But the game, so they played West High School, but West High School's gym is burned down. And so they played the game at East High School. West Jordan played West at East High School. But there's a point to this, but
it's too many directions.
East High School in Salt Lake City is where they filmed High School Musical. And so
is that a movie?
Have you never seen High School Musical?
Does it look like I would see High School
Musical?
You
have kids.
You have children, yeah. Zac Efron, I believe.
Like I walked into the cafeteria, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
You start singing.
Get your head in the game. Got to get your head. Actually, the bad lip reading version of High School Musical, I know way better than the actual movie High School Musical.
From TikTok. Yeah.
It was pretty fun. My daughter was watching High School Musical while we were in the gym on her phone. So that's my story about Kindergarten Cop and Powder. Back to you, Avelio.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's get back to some packaging. Let's talk about some packaging. All right, man. I'm kind of nervous because like my little strings are not even. I know.
Oh man, Hugh is gonna have a fit.
I've
been working on mine all morning.
Now.
What if I go like this and just try to like make everything sort of awkward?
All right, man. So we're covering a couple things. We're covering one. In the UK, there's a packaging tax, and people are complaining because it's making things more expensive.
3P.
Could you believe that? Can you believe that adding a tax to packaging is going to make things more expensive?
No.
Yeah, crazy.
No.
And then we're going to cover
No way, bro.
plastic packaging waste in the EU is dropping. There's been a reduction of 8 kilograms per capita. Kilogram is like what, like 10 pounds?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's like,
but I don't know if it's actually a reduction or if they're just switching the math. Right? It's like you can get pretty creative with some of these things. And then we're going to talk about some new design that won a Silver Design Award for the A Design Award competition. And we'll kind of talk about like, is there really innovation anymore? Right? Is there is there anything new? Is there anything really new in packaging?
Like a participation trophy of awards. It's like everybody gets a silver award.
Thanks, Hugh.
Yeah.
I've been working on it.
Corey gets the gold award for strings.
He's right though. You got to make them even, or you look awkward.
Hey, before
awkward.
Before we get to the show, though, I do want to give a shout out to Russell.
We're halfway through.
No, we're not. Russell Cooper and Marku Alexander were in town for the APR meeting in Salt Lake City, and it was awesome. They both came by and hung out here at the Label Kingdom. We're like 5 minutes from the airport. So if you come to Utah and you land at the airport, just know we're probably about 5 minutes away. So just grab an Uber, come on over, hang out. We have refreshments.
Two of my favorite people in the packaging industry, Russell and Marku. Good folks.
So fun. So shout out to them and for the APR for doing some cool things. Let's get to it, Avelio. Back to you, Avelio.
Should we pitch the Smart Solve? Can you solve it? Get people thinking about questions.
No.
Yeah. 100%. We're going to do smart. We're going to do can we solve it here in a couple seconds, in a couple minutes. So think of a question. We'll try to solve it. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to calculate. All right. So let's get into this. Let's get into this story here, which is
Avelio's calculating.
Dude, this doesn't even make any sense.
This is not going to work out.
All right. So this article here, which talks about there's a 3P tax.
Here's my face on the side of the article. The ROI. What's that business face that's over there in the advertisement? That was me.
That is you. All right, over here, there's a 3P tax on a pack of sausages and on some yogurts and some different drinks, and people are complaining about it. And I'm trying to figure out how much is 3P?
It's
3 pence. Like
it's a full fest.
Do you have any idea?
Like 5 cents, something like that.
I'm gonna guess. Hugh, is it a quid?
It's three quid. No, a quid is like $1.
According to Google, 3P is
that's
not even a penny. Like I can't even count that far back. Like if you diced up a penny into like a million pieces, it might be like two of those.
That's converting Web3 camp cryptocurrency to US dollar.
Let's go.
You can't put everything on the internet, people.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Dude. I can't even get a calculation. So it's really nothing. All right. So let's say it's 5 cents.
Oh, okay. Here's some information. Hugh is related
in a pound
to a pound, which makes sense. Okay.
One squid is 1 pound. 100p is basically a squid. So 3p is sort of like jellyfish.
A quid is a pound. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, it's like 3 cents with inflation. It's like 5 cents. So they're adding 5 cents to a pack of sausage and a pack of bread and all these other things because of the packaging tax. People are complaining because it is, there's Adam again, because it is increasing.
Oh, there's Avelio.
There's Corey.
oh my heck, Avelio.
Oh my heck.
But I guess the question is,
that picture. We need to prove these are.
Oh my goodness.
My question is, if you're going grocery shopping and they added 3 to 5 cents per item that you're buying because of the packaging, is that something to complain about? Because the whole point here with these taxes is to reduce the wasteful packaging.
So they're trying to discourage you from buying things that have plastic packaging. Is that what I'm hearing? Or
essentially,
they're using that money to fund a recycling effort, or
who knows where that money goes?
Right.
Okay, so the
This is going to
incentive.
add up fast and hurt some
Mhm.
people's incomes. Imagine being on a fixed income and then all of a sudden it's $5 more every time you go to the grocery store.
Are you buying 100 things at the grocery store?
I know if you have
That's
a
not
big
even
family,
that's not even.
think about Adam. He's got 18 kids and
Yeah, and I can't get over the guy with the sausage. It's like a full like.
That's not just any guy. That's Boris Johnson.
Oh, it's Boris Johnson. He's got a sausage fest around his neck. It's crazy. Here's the problem that I think that EPR is going to have, which is you can't have the fees be so exorbitant that it is just like it's not going to pass through the legislation.
Yeah.
Then if it's small enough, if it's too small, like
nobody cares, right?
Then it's like, well,
I
yeah,
agree. Sorry, I agree.
Yeah, we're just gonna take the 2 cents and we're gonna add
just keep going
5 cents and we'll just keep our packaging and we'll just because it's way more expensive to change than it is.
Yeah, but it's a tax directly to the consumer. It's not to the brand.
Well, it is the brand pays the tax, and then it's the brand is the one who has to decide, do we pass this on to the consumers or not? And if they do pass it on to the consumers, and if somebody says, I'm not going to pass this on to the consumers, then maybe they have a small competitive advantage now in the marketplace. It's the same thing we deal with when we get price increases in the packaging industry, right? Corrugated pricing up. By the way, everyone shout out Ryan Fox. Go check out all the work he's been doing at Bloomberg Green Markets on corrugated pricing indexes. But if that goes up, it's incumbent, the company can decide, do we pass this on? How much do we pass on? Is it going to tarnish our relationship with the consumer? It's the same thing we deal with on the B2B.
Yeah.
Now they're forced to do it. And it looks like a lot of companies are passing it on, but that's their decision. And then it's the consumer's decision if it's too much or if they want to switch or if they want to go private label.
Well, what's the alternative? That they absorb it and they lose money and they go out of business and then everybody loses their jobs and then
yeah. I'm not saying they're going to go out of business.
Why so positive, Corey?
Yeah, geez
Louise, guys.
Wow. Oh my head. Yeah, I get it. I get that it's hard, but it's like if a tax is going to apply pressure on the market and the companies to make decisions, and they have to make that decision. And so if it's a 20-cent tax or 20p tax, and they have to increase their price by 50p, then that's different than a couple of p's, just like mini p's.
Yes.
Are being passed on.
Seems like we're 3 peas in a pod. Would you say that? Is that appropriate?
I would say that is pretty appropriate. So
yeah. So let's move on to the next story here. We've got
for 15 minutes
waste.
Terrible show already, and I've
yeah. Thanks a lot, Adam. So we've got plastic packaging waste in the EU has dropped to 35 kilograms per person, which is a reduction of basically 9 kilograms. I'm just going to ask you, have you reduced the amount of packaging and plastic that you're bringing into your own home? Corey, Adam?
Yes, I think we continue to work on that daily, by what we order, what we don't order, and how we bring, bringing a reusable bottle to while traveling, imagine that. Reduction in single-use plastic bottles. It's pretty impressive. Even one for coffee, or like this last trip, I forgot my coffee reusable coffee jug, so I just use the same paper cup the whole time. And that, so thinking about that rather than throwing it out every time, just reuse it several times all day long. There's decisions to be made. Like Mikey and the team from Scrap are on a mission now to reduce their plastic usage and waste. Yeah. They're trying to go zero waste, and it's interesting to watch him and Ev and their team try to reduce just by decisions they're making all day long.
Yeah, but like as I look out and as I look through the grocery store, I'm seeing more and more products moving into plastic, right? Because of some of these increased costs. Like even though there's EPR and it challenges plastic, sometimes I'm still seeing people moving out of glass into plastic because plastic is cheaper. And even with EPR, it's still cheaper, right? Because you're saving on shipping. And so even as consumers are moving away from plastic, the market just is moving into plastic. So I don't know if we're really able to make as big of a shift, an impact as we could if things weren't moving around.
I think it's very positive, though, to see these numbers that you're seeing, a reduction by every, the people in the UK. I think their EPR is more is further along, and so to get to see them making an impact on a day-to-day reduction is really cool. So I think some things are working, and I'm always more positive than most, but I like to see this trend. I like to see the things that are going on in a positive way. So I think we're going to see a lot of new alternative materials continuing to come out. I'm excited to go to Utrecht here in Holland in a few weeks to see the Sustainable Packaging Summit to learn more about some of these innovations that they just keep coming up.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's showing here that just the continual increase in plastic packaging waste recycling, right? So either they're moving away from some of these like multi-layer, more difficult to recycle plastic so that it is easier to recycle,
right? Which
collection doesn't necessarily change. Homes, in Europe are separating out into like 50 different bins. You separate out your own bins and then you walk your own trash to the bin up the road, and then you dump it into the ones that are clearly marked, right? So that is just everyday life, right? That is just process. So you're self-separating. And then if the materials that you're separating are easier to recycle, then of course that's going to increase some of these things. I'm not sure where Adam went, but
that's okay.
that's the can we solve it question for today. Where did Adam
go? Yeah, he's king of the labels. So
yes, that's so weird.
I was disappointed in Holland, in Amsterdam last time I went. The amount of litter. I think they have a major litter problem there, and they talk about how they have their lids that are tethered to the top of the bottles, and I think that's necessary over there because you put your trash out on the curb, and it has a tendency to kind of blow around in the wind.
Yeah, but you do see a lot more trash there. Yeah, right.
And they were daily cleaning. I mean, pressure washing. There was constant trucks cleaning and picking up things, but it seemed like it was they were kind of losing that battle of waste on the street. Hey, he's back.
But that's also a high tourist area, right?
It was very busy, very crowded. I'm excited to go to Utrecht, which will be 40 minutes away in a less touristy area.
Yeah, and that's kind of the challenge, I think, with a lot of these cities that have high tourist areas. You're bringing in people, that don't necessarily care about that particular place that they're at, right?
Good point.
And then especially if it's like a more of a party city, then you've got people that are just drinking and but if you live there and you see it every day, you're doing your best to keep it clean.
Keep it clean, Adam.
Yeah, I had decided to just vacate the conversation since I was adding negative. I just felt like for the sake of the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Better if I just just raised my desk up and slowly went away. Slowly let you guys just chat away about everything.
So I wanted to jump into this
Silver Awards.
So I want to talk about this pack, right? Like this pack just picked up a silver award. Good job to Alan, who's put this together. But I just want to kind of, one, it's inflatable plastic, right? Like that's the whole concept here is it, protects the product. I can't even tell you what the product is. I don't know. It's like a kaleidoscope, or some kind of tube in there. But like this design isn't necessarily new, which kind of goes back to the idea of like, is there anything really new that we're seeing in packaging, right? Like I can go back to this team over here, the Black Ink Projects. They did this for an Adidas launch, which was an inflatable bag that held these shoes in there. The bag was made out of like some kind of material that breaks down. So I don't know if I can't remember if it was like seaweed, but the whole idea of having an inflatable pack out of plastic, with minimal design isn't necessarily new, but when it comes to other packaging, like, are you seeing anything that's actually new? I mean, we're seeing jars, we're seeing boxes, we're seeing poly bags, Santa pouches, all the standard stuff. It's pretty rare that you're seeing something that's so innovative that we've never seen before. And you guys look at a lot of packaging. So my question to you is like, what's the newest innovative packaging that you've seen out there?
I saw it's like a square stand-up pouch. That I don't know if it's on the market yet or not, so I won't grab a sample of it, but basically functions as like one of those like a folding carton box that you can hang on a peg or sit on a shelf. That's got like the panel and then the comes out. So I thought that was kind of cool in terms of it stores flat and then it can be formed and filled and then sealed. So that was pretty neat. But I agree. I was at Pack Expo and I was like, it's kind of just the same stuff. There's sort of innovation around the edges, but it's like this big, wide sweeping like material or something like that. I mean, you see printing there's some advancements there, with like the Nozomi pack size, on-demand printing, variable print, that kind of stuff. But it's putting ink on a folding carton box. It's cool. It's wrong. It's awesome. Cool. But it's not, I don't know. I haven't really seen a ton of it, and other than what we've covered here. I
think I agree with that. I'm seeing a lot of innovations that have maybe taken a long time are finally come to fruition. We've been working on a project called Canopy for several years, and now it's finally working and is effective, and it's actually replacing plastic overwrap film at Atlantic Packaging. And there's different things like paper form that are they're starting to get cost neutral with the alternative because of some of these taxes that are coming to plastic. So you're going to see more and more things, and with volume comes lower cost, right? So as these things gain popularity, and you'll see them more and more in the market.
Yeah, but still not seeing anything new, right? It's like some variation of it, of something that already exists.
But when was the last time we saw something new in terms of what you're looking for? I mean, it was really plastic in the 40s and 50s. That was like the big new, like
big innovation, and then it took over everything.
Right.
Yeah, because it was a big new innovation that was cheap and reliable. And again, like if you want to replace plastic, I think it's a good idea to go back and look at why did plastic come on the scene at the time? Why was it so successful? Because that's going to drive human behavior. So if you want to get rid of it, great. But you got, like we talked about with the molded fiber, you have to understand why it's there, why it's growing, and you have to be better. You have to be better than that, or at least on par. If you're going to claim sustainability, like you have to perform at the same level, and you have to be at the same price. And that's like table scraps right now. I feel like performance and price are table scraps if you want to be super innovative at scale.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some things that are interesting, where they're like additive packaging, right? So you might have a particular product that doesn't require packaging, but let's go ahead and add some packaging to it just for the sake of marketing and branding. And then that's kind of innovative in how they're doing that in different ways, whether that's adding like a molded fiber wrap or some kind of textile or texture that's being applied to it. But at the end of the day, the whole point of packaging is to protect the product. And these things aren't necessarily protecting the product. It's just adding more material to have, some.
Well, you won an award in London, didn't you, Avelio, for your bags or for your marketing or
bags?
Yeah, we did. But
congratulations.
Not necessarily innovative, because I mean we created those like a year ago, and I think we won an award a year ago. And I appreciate the award and all that good stuff, but it's still like nothing. We changed the shape and all that stuff, which is great, but it's, at the end of the day, it's still kind of the same concept. Like even that, and as the team that put it together. It's still not so groundbreaking.
So there is, and this is actually going to get into our last few minutes here. Like SmartSolve does have an innovation.
Hey, Brandon.
Water soluble films and papers that can provide a level of performance.
This is a big jump. Yeah, I agree.
There is something there where it's like, especially like feminine care, like they've talked about before in the show, where it's like you're already there, you can just flush the packaging down the toilet. That's actually that's a pretty cool innovation. So I don't want to say there's nothing going on. It's just like at the scale that I think we saw plastic, and even to a certain extent aluminum, I think you could say has been pretty disruptive. You know, is that smart material? Is that the next sort of thing to take over? I don't really know. I'll be honest. I have no idea, but it could be.
I mean, that's a great point, right? Is dissolvable packaging, you know, water soluble packaging, is that going to be the next step, right? Where it does provide protection, but then it disappears and it's eliminating, you know, the need for plastic and all those other items.
And maybe reusable with refills like Meadow. We talked about that before, where we have the aluminum cans into the reusable container for your soaps and things like that.
Is this our first question?
Oh boy. Chris already has the shirt.
I know.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate your wisdom.
Are things like UV tagged plastics and dissolvable packaging ready to go mainstream, or are they still just niche solutions? I think they're ready to go mainstream for like the water soluble stuff, right? I think that's something that can be applied on labels that can be used pretty widely.
Yeah, it could be. There's still obviously issues with like. Favorite part.
Sorry, Adam.
And that's why he loved that movie Powder so much.
And that's why I disappeared from the show for a little bit. I was just in the audience. I was signing up there was this cool link for StreamYard.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, for Sustainable Packaging Podcast. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, for sure. It was great.
Really good link. The best link.
All right, man. So getting to that, I'm going to ask the question. Oh, man. What is UV tagged plastic?
Ultraviolet.
Yeah. I don't know what the use for it is. I can tell you it would be applying an ink to plastic that can only be viewed under a UV light. My guess is that has something to do with potentially recycling, or even
isn't that the Holy Grail project that they were working on with the
that was Digimarc.
Isn't that UV? That's not UV.
No. Not necessarily. That's just embedded in the
color.
Yeah. But yeah, you can put certain lights. Yeah, I got cut off twice in the one show. If you hang around till the end,
we have the third one.
Which is actually like right now. Yeah, I don't really know what it is. We're seeing a lot of anti-counterfeiting right now in the packaging space. How do we combat that with various printing, RFID, NFC, QR codes, holograms? Everyone's trying everything because there's a lot of counterfeit products on the market today. So good question though, Chris.
Yeah, great question, Chris.
All right, man. So let's wrap this up. What do we got going? The show is what days, what times, Corey?
Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 a.m. PST.
Perfect.
Yep.
If you've got any questions or you'd like us to cover any specific topic, or if you guys have a new product at your company, Hugh, we haven't talked about your maple syrup packaging. Like, what are innovations in maple syrup? What are you seeing out in the market, right? You know, Chris, from a design perspective, like, what are you seeing? We'd love to kind of cover that. Brandon, same thing. So if you've got something out there that you're seeing that's really cool that we're not covering or nobody's covering, shoot it over to us. Send us a link. Give us some feedback. Maybe we'll even have you on the show to kind of talk through it if it's something that you're doing at your company.
We'd love to all three of them on the show. Yeah.
We still have the call-in feature if we wanted to redeploy that, where I'm pretty sure that somebody could call in and I can connect it up through my soundboard. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, because you're a nerd.
We've got opportunities. Nerd alert.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us for this.
It is a
packaging gibberish.
It's a Zoom P8 soundboard. It has
3 times in one show.
6 different stations.